Brendan is a punk bitch.
Round 1. Fight.
Heroes never die.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
I used to be an adventurer like you. Then I took an arrow in the knee.
Power, sex, power. They both come down to one thing. Hungry gamers.
Hello, and welcome to episode 116 of The Hungry Gamers. My name is Saleem the Dream, and I'm so proud to be here on this show that is powered by 8-Bit Audio-Technica and is also a part of the hashtag 8-Bit Collective. Nearly missed that once again, as is tradition. Today I'm joined by my two favourite co-hosts. Absolutely my two favourite co-hosts. One, Miss Ali Hart, who can be found at Miss Ali Hart, and a Mr. Nato J, who can be found at I Know Nato. Hello. How are we?
Good. And you can also find me at my new Twitter at multiplayer should be in every video game. So go check me.
Multiplayer should be in every video game. You are really planning on dying on this throne, aren't you? On this hill, sorry. Dying on this hill.
Yeah. We'll get to that little nugget later down the track, but I just thought I'd lay the seeds for that beautiful tree this early in the pod.
Ali, how are you, mate?
I'm good. I'm cold. I am a woman. I am cold.
It's a Friday. It's a chilly Friday evening here in the heart of Sydney, or
Ali,
or on the outskirts somewhere.
What?
Ali, can I ask the question? Are you describing yourself as a woman and cold, or is it because you're a woman you're cold? I didn't understand the...
Little from column A, little from column B, really.
Okay. It was just, I'm Ali, I'm cold, I'm a woman. I'm like, okay.
Me good speak game.
I am so glad you're back, Nato,
because
this is absolutely going to be an episode where we take you on a bit of a tour.
Yeah.
A bit of a tour of what people think of you.
I'm so happy.
Just not to get to it right away, but if you are listening, I wish I didn't know Nato. Please stay tuned because your review is coming up. And for everyone else out there, I wish I didn't know Nato is the handle left on one of our iTunes reviews recently. Little bit of a prelude to to things to come.
Yeah.
For things to come.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, it's Friday night. I'm running the show, and this is going to be, as always, a bit of a loosey-goosey. So, who wants to kick off? What have you been playing this week? One of you.
Go on, Nato, since you're the fucking guest. Apparently the person that friggin' Sam can't wait to have back. I mean, I've only been back for one episode, but that's okay. Fucking enjoy Nato's presence.
Well, Ali, hold on. Ali, let me defend myself for a moment. Nato, please.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Ali, I love you. Okay? And when I'm not with you, it makes me sad. Okay? It makes me sad.
Uh-huh.
Look at me. Look at my eye. It made me sad. Nato, please continue. Nato, please.
Alright, I'll start with a non-connecting game first. A good friend of mine pretty much bullied me into buying Dead by Daylight, so which is really a strange thing because usually I'm the one super bullying people into playing video games. Ali has seen it firsthand onto Brendan many times.
Oh, yeah, onto Brendan, yeah. You really haven't bullied me into any games.
No, I have to play more strategic with you. You don't respond well to threats and all those kinds of stuff. So. Yeah, so I make you think like it was your idea to start playing a game.
Mm-hmm. How's that working out so far?
It's worked on a few games. I'm not even going to say which ones. But Dead by Daylight, it is like it's been around a while. I don't know why all of a sudden it's kind of people have got into it. Like Friday the 13th was a lot better game, and I'm sad all these people that are playing Dead by Daylight didn't try and help save that game. But whatever. Yeah, it's just a standard like a whole bunch of players versus one. Another reason why it's pissing me off that this genre is kind of blowed up now, because like one of my favorite games back in the day was Evolve, and like everyone just shat majorly on that game.
They did, didn't they?
Can I go just to get some clarification here? Sorry, how far back is back in the day?
I don't know.
Because Evolve was like a year ago.
It was
it
not.
wasn't.
2 years ago.
It definitely wasn't.
Yeah,
I think it got
was
shut
definitely
down
2
2 years ago.
Yeah.
It was definitely 2 years ago. This podcast, I remember talking about it on this podcast.
Yeah,
It came
I
out
we
February 2015, so it is now, nearly 4 years old.
Fuck off, really?
Yeah.
I think that was like
Wow.
around a Titanfall release. I think.
Yeah.
I stand corrected.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah, and that game was majorly shat on for how it was supposed to play and stuff like that, and now there's just a whole bunch of games. Well, Dead by Daylight's a lot cheaper, I'll give it that. But still, I want Evolve back. It's about, like, the servers themselves are, like, officially going to close forever in, like, a few months, and I'm hella sad. I love that game.
I haven't played Dead by Daylight, but I love watching the gameplay like of other people playing it, and I can understand why Dead by Daylight is popular and successful.
Yeah,
It does look fun. Is this about Dead by Daylight or is this about Evolve, Nato?
a bit of both. I used it as a stepping gate to fly the flag one last time for Evolve before it dies in a ball of flames and is just stricken from the record of all gaming history. Yeah, it's pretty fun. I'm more addicted to it than I care to admit, but not a serious gaming addiction, you know, like a fucking WoW or a Destiny and stuff like that.
Sure.
Speaking of which, Destiny. It's back on our radars. I don't know why. I wanted to get back into it. I'd love to say it's because of my guest last week, but even before then, I had inklings that I wanted to get back into Destiny. And Dream, you know this of all people. You know when a game calls you back, you've got to answer that like the siren's call, because like your body, it's like when you're thinking of a food and like your body's craving a food and you give it something else and like your body's like, yeah, I suppose that was all right, but I really wanted that chocolate cake or KFC that I was craving, and that's the same with Destiny.
Bodies.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I was saying we have two different bodies. Chocolate cake or KFC was the cravings.
You don't like chocolate cake?
No, not really. I don't really like cake.
Oh my god, Ellie.
The fuck? What the fuck?
What?
That's why.
Who are you?
I thought you meant like combining those flavors. I was like, no, I meant them separately. But you just don't even like either of them.
Yeah, I can eat it, but I really refuse to. And on my birthday,
fuck.
I prefer ice cream cake.
Oh yeah, same here. Ice
Yeah.
cream cake is the top tier cake out there for sure.
Or a nice Bavarian cheesecake. That'd be nice.
No,
It is
cheesecake's
definitely
rubbish.
El Primo.
Ooh, so tiramisu.
Oh. Sorry for making everyone feel like cake.
So downloaded Destiny again. Started playing. Ali's back on it. We dragged Brendan back into it as well. Mm-hmm. I think we're going to try and get Benny in as well, because he... was he on the other day, actually?
Benny was playing the other day.
Okay, well, Benny's back in, and...
That's a fire team.
So, Saleem,
Hey, baby.
we kind of need some extra people for a full team on PvP, because now you can... Like, it's probably a while ago, but we haven't all played for a while. That now it's 6v6 again back in Crucible. And God, it's so much fun. It's a double-edged sword where it's like, it's so dumb, but it's so much more fun. PvP with 6 people.
You know, it doesn't make it
Right.
makes perfect sense, because Destiny, way back when in the first Destiny, everyone really enjoyed PvP because Destiny had the playability that was just really fast paced and just got right down to the shit. So when it was, like that, it was fun. But when they made it like 4-4, you were like traversing like massive maps trying to find the person. So you definitely have more encounters now.
Yeah. You do have a lot of those like spawn die kind of Call of Duty deaths though in 6v6, but I'm kind of happy with it just because it makes it the whole mode itself in general still feels more fun with having 6 of us. But Dream, there's also PvE modes. There's some raids.
I'm familiar with Destiny.
There's some raids.
I played
Can we
Destiny
tell you
1
about
quite
our Lord Savior
extensively.
Destiny?
Yeah, and Saleem, we would always need a beautiful extra fire team person to help us in the raids.
Can I be the captain?
No.
Look, if that's what it takes to get you back, I'll make you the captain.
You're the kingmaker?
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right. I'll consider it.
Yeah.
I'll consider it.
Come on, Dream.
I'm never coming. I might.
He
I
won't.
might.
It's
I don't
even
know.
on the same launcher for WoW.
I was actually looking at it on the
Yes,
Blizzard,
you were!
on the Blizzard app the other day, and I noticed that you can you don't need to. Not that it was ever a problem. I think the level from 1 to 20 was pretty cruisy, but you can actually just jump it now.
Yeah.
They've got like a paid level boost
Yeah.
service now. So yeah, I look in theory, it's only like I don't know, like $60 away for me to do it.
Well, yeah. Don't you already have it on PC?
No, I have it on PlayStation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, nobody plays consoles anymore.
No,
Unless
exactly.
that console is portable, nobody plays consoles anymore. It's PC
I know.
and Switch. That's all you need in these days.
Yeah,
Because the
I-
Switch
I
isn't
feel
a
ya.
console.
No, it's portable.
Console.
It's a handheld. It's a mobile device.
But yeah,
Um,
so I spent most weekend pretty much grinding away, and anytime I could get on this week, I was grinding, because they'll have a whole bunch of, like, similar to the Legacy kind of unique gear. I don't know if you can still get that in WoW, but, like, the unique kind of gear where that, like, levels up with you, sorta.
Yeah, Helms. Yeah,
it-
absolutely.
Yeah, they give you a set of green armor that you can, a whole bunch of quests on them, and once you complete a whole set, then it upgrades into a purple legendary gear and stuff like that.
Believe me when I say that anything that you are experiencing in Destiny in terms of progression, like level
Yeah.
progression,
Yeah.
WoW's fucking done it. WoW's
No,
done it.
I know it did. No, I remember. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I don't know if that
And
if
it's-
they kept the legacy gear that was in WoW back in the day.
Yeah. Can I just? I'm only going to talk for 30 seconds about WoW.
No, I want to
loving
deep
this new
dive.
expansion.
Doubtful.
Oh, I don't. No one wants to deep dive on WoW because
I
I've
do.
talked about it for like the last 5 weeks.
I do. Look, because you're
All I'll
talking to
say
somebody
is-
that was one of the main reasons I got into Destiny was so I didn't jump back into WoW, because I
Right.
know WoW's a worse hole than Destiny.
Best leveling expansion ever. So fun.
Yep.
I'm level 118 now.
So you're two off?
I'm really slow. Yeah, I've actually been really slow. There were people who max leveled in like 5 hours. World first, I think Genji did it in like 5 hours or so. It was crazy. But like most people who were really trying got 120 on the day, which is 10 new levels. But it's so cool, man. I'm on the Alliance side. The story I've done 2 islands so far. One of them is this. It's all super like Victorian and super English because it's all humans.
Yeah.
And in Warcraft, all humans are kind of like middle-aged fantasy Englishmen, bunch of funny little jerks. And on one island, I think it's called like Droven or something. It's a witch. There's a Salem witch trial going on across the land, and witches are taking over. And it's real Salem crazy Wicker Man shit happening all over, and it's so cool and it's so fun. I'm actually getting echoes of Fable, playing the quest lines there. It's really weird. Like it's
Why
like
did
it's
you
like,
say that?
but it's like it is still World of Warcraft. But
No,
it's
because
just
I love
fun.
Fable, so
Yeah.
this is horrible to hear.
It's so much fun, dude. It's a very heavily PvP oriented expansion though, and
Have you been ganking in the forest?
no, like
Excuse
thankfully, it does and doesn't mean exactly what you think it does, Ali. Thankfully, like the first, like the leveling zones are sort of away from each other, so the Alliance and Horde level separately on
Okay.
2 different zones.
Okay.
The Horde have like Zandalar, the Alliance have Kultiris. But you eventually cross over. So now I am seeing level 120 Horde dudes rolling around. I got absolutely smashed last night by some dickheads. And it really fucks your day up because you've got quests you need to hand in. They're like right near where you need to go, and you know you can't go there. And then it's like, well, fuck, where do I go? Do I double back? Do I go to the town? Do I sell some stuff? I don't know. It's part of the fun.
You talk to your guild, but that's what you do.
Nah, I hate my guild. My guild doesn't show up for me, man. I like the guild I'm in WoW, like you basically, unless you proactively find the guild and like apply and stuff, guilds mean nothing.
Yeah.
Like you just get randomly added by a guild and you just make friends with them, I guess. I hate my guild. I'm with them for the perks, like the guild perks.
Yeah. But like you sort of do know one of the biggest WoW guys around. Why don't you just get him to like bodyguard you while you finish some quests?
So he's like, Ching is like fucking how do I put, he's like so pro at this game.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't have time to fuck around with anything that's not like the elite end of high end content.
Yeah, but you just go.
He's already got two characters.
Remember when
two characters at max level.
Back in the day when you used to look after a young, scrawny Saleem? I need you to do that for me once more.
Need your back, Chingish. So anyway, that's really been it. I am loving it though. Like this is fantastic. It's such a great expansion, and it looks cool. I don't know, just go and have a look. If you're at all interested in WoW or inclined to play MMOs, or you've played WoW before and I'm not sure if it's a good time to come back, it is.
Yeah. It's all free except for this expansion stuff at the moment now, isn't
no,
it?
it's free to level 20.
Okay.
And I don't think that changed. So it's free to play up until level 20, and then after level 20, you have to pay for... You're not paying for every expansion. You just buy WoW, and then you buy Battle for Azeroth.
Okay.
And I think everything up to Legion, I'm pretty sure, is included in Classic WoW, and then
Because I own
WoW,
it all the way up to Cataclysm.
Wait. So you pay for the game, but you also pay for membership?
And you pay subscription. Yeah, you pay a subscription of $15 a month, thereabouts.
The
Yeah. Welcome to the game.
thanks.
So if I technically just bought...
Hold on.
Battle,
Can I just point out, though?
Yeah.
It's so good for that reason, though, Ali. Like, because they make so much money off the game, they're constantly pushing out content. Like, you are the amount of stuff you can do in this game is ridiculous. It's totally worth $15 a month. Totally.
I don't know. I'd have to see how much time I was investing for that month.
But you cancel your subscription, but your stuff's still there, so you can come back later. Like, that's all you need to do.
Really? So you can pick it up, like, a few years later?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, all my old characters from, like, 10 years ago are still there.
Okay, I give them that.
Yeah. Sorry, Nato, you were about to say something irrelevant?
I have... Ow. Here's me, like,
Sorry.
constantly saying that I loved WoW with you and I wanted you to talk about it more.
I know, here's you, like, yes-ending me, and I'm just, like, being a dick. I'm sorry. You know I love you. But I cannot wait to read this review to you later. It is... It's just kind of perfect. Ali, what's going on with you this week?
Just been playing. I've actually honestly been grinding out Destiny 2, like pretty dedicated, like how I used to back in the day, because I'm actually really enjoying this grind to 400 armor. It's weird, it's tedious, it's repetitive, but I am enjoying it. I'm kind of lucky because I've got some people actually showing me the ropes, so I'm not
Dream.
around.
I want to stop her for a second. She totally Brendaned us the other night.
Ali.
Do we?
What did you do? Ali, what did you do?
Do we want to talk about this? Do we, Nato?
She got better mates and abandoned us, and I had to sit there and grind by myself, just like Brendan would do.
Oh,
back
really?
in the day.
Because I can actually prove a little message where Nato's like, "Oh, Destiny," and I went, "Yeah, I'm gonna grab a coffee and I'll be on in a bit." And a little Nato left me on red. So, you can go get fucked. I'll go play with someone else that actually wants to play with me.
That was Sunday,
little shit.
Ali. This was the next night, and when we were all like,
did it hurt when someone wanted to not play with you? Did that hurt,
I wasn't
Nato?
playing. I was busy.
Did that hurt, Nato? Did that really hurt you?
I love this.
Anyway.
I love this. I could watch this all night.
It's all right. You and Brendan could be buddies now and abandon us all for better people.
Anyway, the good news is I'm on to blue and I'm halfway onto my purple. I also
so there is a blue level.
That's why I corrected you before. And I also was able to get the Whisper of the Worm. So do the little secret mission that you can do to score that. I don't like using it. Probably because I'm not good.
Is it like a pistol or something? Like a gun?
It's like a
No,
sniper.
it's a sniper.
the Whisper of the Worm is a sniper. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and you kind of have to activate it by doing a secret mission, and I say secret in quotation marks because there's like walkthroughs everywhere online.
Yeah. So it's not a day one, like where you could only do on a certain day, because that the previous Black Spindle, that was how you got that. You had to do it on a certain day, and that that story mission would unlock for you properly.
I think a lot of people mention that there is certain time restrictions on when these kind of events happen that initiate it, as well as you've got 20 minutes to complete the mission to actually obtain the gun. But my biggest trouble was jumping.
Jesus.
Right.
Yeah,
You're a hunter, Alice. That's like the easiest.
I can't tell you how bad I am at jumping in this damn game.
Do you know what a quick tip?
Is it the jumping or is it the landing that you suck at?
Jumping.
Really? Quick tip: pull out your sword. You go into third-person mode, and then then you can aim better for jumping and stuff.
I don't have a sword.
You will somewhere.
No, I deleted them all because I don't like them.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Jesus,
Why would you even if it's not effective, Ali's sword is obviously the coolest choice.
No, it's not at all. If you counter someone with a sword and fucking PvP, like you little fucking dweeb.
Oh my god,
Ali. Oh my god. Ali, you should lay down your weapon in front of that person and let them kill you. Like, swords are... Alright, you know what, Ali? It's a boy thing. I think it's a boy thing.
Because boys have swords?
Yes, exactly
Preferably
right.
pink squishy swords. Yeah.
Because we have little hairy swords and we like to use them, alright? That's exactly why. Did I overplay my hand a little bit there? I think I might have.
I think that's what you do with regular with your sword. And the other game that I played was Rise of Nations.
Right.
I never actually played Rise of Nations. I was always an Age of Empires kind of girl. So kind of got brought back to Rise of Nations and really enjoyed it. But for like the longest time, I kind of didn't understand what was going on because with Age of Empires, you kind of reach a certain point in ancient history and I wasn't used to getting to a level where I got nuclear striked. So that was baffling.
So what was happening? You were like trying to develop like, all right, so you have your own nation. Mm-hmm. Is that right?
Yeah. You build your empire and
the Heartress. Yep.
And pretty much what I'm used to in Age of Empires is you get to like I can't remember what the final stage is, stone feudal, I don't know. But like that's it, and you're still like in horses and carts and all that sort of stuff. But it really baffled me in this one when I started seeing cars and trucks and then tanks and stuff. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then it said, so and so has learned nuclear weapons. And I'm like, the fuck is this game?
Have you not done Civ?
No, I haven't.
Oh man, yeah. If you liked anything to do with Rise of Nations, Civ is the 100% better version of all of that.
Oh, really? Yeah. Well, because like I said, this is the first time I've ever played Rise of Nations, because Age of Empires is OG.
Yeah. Well,
so
actually, original Civ is OG, but let's not go there.
For me, Age of Empires is OG.
This is just ammo, Nato. Like, whenever you say things like, well, just let you know, Civ is actually OG. Like, when you do that, that's what people like, I wish I didn't know NATO. That's fuel for the fire, mate. And that fire is burning.
The plot twist, it was me the entire time. I was away for a while too. But I'm actually going to play some more Rise of Nations again this weekend because I actually really enjoyed it after getting a hang of it. So
awesome. I haven't played like a strategy game for such a long time. Probably the last one I did was Total War Shogun.
God, such a good game.
Actually, I like Warcraft 3. I played Warcraft 3 for a little bit this year. But yeah, Total War Shogun, I loved. Have you ever played any of those Total War games, Ali?
No, but that's the one where you sometimes you fade back and it's like you've got one character, but it identifies as an army.
So there's a continent map, and on it are like avatars and stuff to represent other armies on the map, and you basically have to go around the map. Like you build out your base, you have an economy, you have towns and stuff that you control, you build new units, and then you send them around, you maneuver your armies to conquer more land. And in Total War Shogun, it just so happens to be like samurai feudal Japan. It's so cool. I love it so much.
The Total War series is probably one of the best for combat. Total War is the mixture of both Age of Empires and Civ. Because it flicks between being real-time battle and turn-based.
Yeah, turn-based, that's right, yeah.
Because
turn-based?
Well, turn-based is when you're on the continent. That's the map. So you're making decisions about your economy.
And then soon as armies meet up with each other, then it flicks onto a battlefield, and then it plays out like Age of Empires kind of map.
Yeah. And if you don't care for that shit at all, you can skip it. But it'll give
battles.
it'll sim you, and you can... I mean, typically, if you know what you're doing, you can do a lot better if you do it yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. Anyway, give it a crack.
These two are the two next things on my list now to play with you: Civ and Total War. Because we can pick up a cheap Total War game like fucking easy, and some of the old ones are still fucking amazing.
Well, there's a multiplayer Total War that I forget what it's called, but it was in beta earlier this year.
Yeah, it was like Arena. Total War Arena.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Maybe we should give that a whirl.
Yeah,
I'd be so down.
One of my mates works for the promo people for Total War.
Oh.
So again, like, you're just name dropping, and
did I say a name?
You don't. Yeah, I know, but like, you have a cool friend. All right, we get it. You know what I mean? Like, people want you to be relatable, Nato. They don't want to see this star in the sky that you've become. They want to see like Nato that everyone kind of knew growing up. Look, Nato from the block.
Nobody knew me from the block. I made sure of that. I killed everybody from the block.
Don't be fooled by the looks that he's got.
Yeah.
So I've got a pretty crazy story I want to tell. It's not really gaming related, but this might actually be the craziest thing that's ever happened to me in my life.
Okay.
Word of warning: it does involve like damaged body parts. So if you don't like to hear it, maybe don't. Maybe skip for like 5
Can I put a
5
pin
minutes.
in for like 2 seconds that inspired something else? Go Netflix, everybody.
Oh my god, I feel like I've just set this thing up, and this is another reason, Nato. Oh.
Netflix, don't watch the package, all right? If you are squeamish about body parts getting hurt...
Why is this relevant?
Because I think this is what your story is going to be about.
No, it's not, dude. It's a personal experience that happened to me, not a fucking Netflix movie.
Can I just stop you guys? Please, everyone, watch Seven, because that's got some good body parts in it.
Package is just new on Netflix. It just came out, so people might.
And Seven's a great movie. Fuck you.
I love you guys so much. Sam. I love you guys so much. All right, so
Dream, hit us with this story.
All right, Nato.
Yeah.
I'm in my shower. It's 11 o'clock. It's Monday night. All right?
Yeah.
Where all good stories should start, in the shower.
I'm scared because you're, like, that's why I thought. And now you've already setting the story up that you're naked. So now I'm even more worried.
All right,
this is a long story. I'm scared is that getting hurt is now open to the air.
I'm gonna set some ground rules. This is a bit of a long story. So, Nato, you can
Shut
talk,
the fuck up.
but just be careful. Like, yeah, just watch it. All right? So it's 11 o'clock. Now, all right, this is relative and important. My house is quite a large house. So from the front, it's 2 stories, but it's on a hill. So from the back, it's 3 stories, right? Makes sense, Nato? You following? Yep. Cool. Okay, so I'm on the top floor of my fucking house having a shower, right? 11 o'clock, Monday night. Shower, thinking about all the things you think in the shower, like, oh, I got to do this tomorrow, busy day, blah, blah, blah. World of Warcraft's going to release soon. Oh, so excited. Oh my God, what is that? Is that an arm coming through my window of the top floor of my house? And then, oh my God, is that a head in the window? It is. Now, my first thought is this my friend? Is this a friend of mine who's also bald, as was the head in the window of the top floor of my house? Sometimes he's in trouble with his missus. He lives around the corner. I thought maybe he's locked out and needs a place to stay. Okay, not him. Pretty quickly realized it's not him. Kind of open the door, say something to the effect of, what the fuck? What the fuck? Like, in shock. And then the guy vanishes, right? Vanishes. And all I hear is a loud bang on the ground. 3 stories. So So I stick my head out the window, and there's a street on that side of the house. And I can see on the street, and he's not on the street. This person, whoever it was, wasn't on the street. So he's definitely still in my yard, but it's pitch black. Like, you cannot see a thing in my yard. And out of shock and, I don't know, surprise and, like, adrenaline, like, I start screaming, like, what the fuck? And I run out to, like, out of the bathroom, naked and wet. Like, just fucking naked, like, in shock. And I call out to my house, I'm like, Dave, we've got an intruder. Like, yelling. Dave comes out of his room to find me. But he's not sure what's going on. I'm like yelling at him, like, Dave, got an intruder. Quickly, let's get him. I rush into my room really quick. I put some pants on. I run back out. My other housemate Samara. No, I didn't do it the whole naked. My other housemate Samara comes out.
Can I stop you for a sec?
Okay,
next time you
right.
tell this story, just say you were naked the whole time. It makes it better, all right?
Oh, okay. All right,
I'm just
I'll remember
helping
that
for
next time. Thanks,
poetic licensing.
Thanks, man. All right,
I'm just
so
going to
anyway,
throw a little bit out of it.
I'm like, Samara, call the cops. We've got like a new housemate who lives on the ground floor. Where her room is, this guy fell right in front of. She's brand new. She hasn't even been here for a week. Yeah. She actually messaged me today to tell me she's moving out. I think this terrified her so much. Probably didn't help was that I busted in her room straight away as well. Like, as this was happening, I'm like, Gracie, stay in here. There's a fucking intruder in the house. And then I slammed the door before she could even say anything. Like, I was on fire. Anyway, we found this guy, and he's literally on his back in the backyard, like, groaning. He managed to crawl from where he must have landed to the back of my backyard, and he's just like groaning, like clearly not doing too well. After we sort of kind of calmed down a little bit, because I think for the first minute we must have just been yelling at this guy, like he wasn't even really responding. We were just yelling at him, like, what were you gonna do here, huh? Are you gonna come in and steal my stuff, huh? Like, just yelling all sorts of dumb shit.
Did you show him your tattoos? You're like, I was once a big member, alright?
No. You know what I did?
No, yeah.
And I'm kind of like,
yes, tell us.
Funny. I was in tough guy mode, and I said something like, what were you gonna come and steal stuff? He goes, I wasn't gonna steal stuff. I go, shut the fuck up. Like, I was such a dickhead. So anyway, we like, my mate and I calmed down a little bit and realized, like, this guy's actually fucked himself up quite badly.
Yeah. Have you called the police or anything at this stage?
Yeah. So all right. By this point, police and ambulance already contacted on their way.
All right.
Anyway, so he's complaining about his feet. He's like, oh, my feet. This is the squirmish part. So if you need to skip now.
Yep.
So I'm like, I'm looking for blood. I can't see anything. His legs actually look, in shape. Like, it doesn't look like, he doesn't have like one leg off to the side on a weird angle or anything.
No, but the ankles.
So he starts to like undo his shoes.
Oh.
And then he takes off his socks, and his heels are like
mush.
Fucked up. Yeah, his heels are completely busted, dude. Like, he has no ankles. Like, so fucked up. So what he's done is he's from like the third floor. He's seen a Saleem in the shower, realized it's probably not a good idea to, or not what he wanted to see, and I've noticed him. So he's decided to like jump. And the fucked up thing is that from the side of the house where he must have gone up, it doesn't look that high, like, because the ground in our backyard's actually lower than the street level. So he wouldn't have realized that it's that high up when he jumped. And because it's so dark, it's like missing a step. He misjudged the depth. Yeah. So completely fucked up his ankles. I was so happy. I was like, I don't like people getting hurt. But there was something really gratifying about this guy busting himself, and when he botched the home invasion.
Yeah. He could have stolen your computer that had WoW on it.
Yeah, he could have. He could have really fucked up my BFA launch.
He could have taken your sword.
Could have taken my sword.
You have a sword, Dream?
I don't have a sword. And let's not even joke about that, because someone else in my suburb got slashed in the face by a sword only a week ago. So,
Oh, was that around your neck of the woods?
yeah, that was near me. So yeah, fucking hide your kids, hide your wife. There's an absolute creeper in town in my place.
Oh, there's not anymore.
Oh, sorry. Ironically as well, this is the best part of the whole thing, right? This is the fantastic. Like, this is so ironic. The shower is vertically like aligned in the building with another door. Like, there's a door on the bottom floor of our house. Now, he couldn't see that door because there's a little pergola thing over it that he would have climbed on top of to climb all the way up to get into that window. So he didn't see that door. That door was open. The door that he climbed over to get 3 stories up was open at the time that he fell.
So, did you find out what his plan was? Was he stealing? Was he invading?
Nah,
Was he
looked like he didn't look like a junkie or anything. But like, who knows? He said he was trying to parkour. That's what he told us. He's like, I was just trying to parkour, and also he smelled like a little bit of beer. But I'm a bit of a career drinker, and I've never thought to climb 3 stories and break into someone's house. So
you don't go into somebody's house.
Yeah, he's absolutely full of shit.
Yeah.
The cops came, and like, cops are funny. All right, if you're a cop and you're listening to this, it's not like a dig, but cops are very pack. I find them like to be packish. So 10 of them came, and they're all like very cliquey. You can tell they're all just kind of. They look at you differently. Even they looked at me. I felt like they're looking at me differently. Like I'm not one of them. And they all kind of just did their own.
You're not a cop.
No, you're right. I'm not. They acted really.
That's probably
peculiar.
why they're looking at you. You're like, yes, officer, there has been a break-in here. It's a 9165521.
They looked at me strangely when I got my own pocketbook out and started to take their statement. Like, literally, I had to keep showing them the window, and every single one of them, without fail, laughed. Like, couldn't believe it, and laughed at this guy.
Did you say I was in the shower as well?
Yeah. Oh, and they all kept cracking like homophobic jokes. They're like, oh, maybe you wanted to have a look at you, eh? Like, it was like it would be weird that there would be a gay peeping Tom in my area. It's kind of fine.
Maybe they just were saying that you. Never mind.
Oh, I don't know. Who knows?
Just a beautiful boy dream. People want to see you.
Yeah, well, that's it. So that happened. Like, that happened to me this week. And I'll have to go to court, probably not court, but I'll have to like go to talk to the cops for the next 6 months about this probably. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of okay. You know what? Power to it. They got there in like 5 minutes.
Really?
The ambulance got there even quicker. Yeah. So I really want to, I think the one thing I want to express by telling this story is that like I was actually really thinking about this guy because like, forget it all for a moment. Like, what happened to this guy was that he fell 3 stories, jumped or fell, whatever, busted both of his legs. Like, he might not actually be able to walk again the same way he would have. Like, he'll walk for sure, but you never know. Maybe you need like a cane or something. And then after that, like after the 10, 11, 12 weeks of recovery that this guy has to go through, he's then got to go to court, and then he's got to face up to potentially doing like whatever the judge hands down to him for a break and enter. Right. And I think about this and it makes me so happy. Like, it brings me so much joy that this guy fucked up so bad. Don't break into my house, motherfucker. So that, I feel like that might have been a bit too brutal, but it's how I feel. And we're just being honest. I might cut that out later. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
No, that's good. That was saying.
That happened. Yeah, that happened to me this week. So for that reason, I couldn't play any other games except for WoW again.
Because you were just so shook.
Too busy playing cops and robbers.
Yeah. And as a side note, I'm never finishing The Last of Us. I
want to criticize you for it.
I really want to. And like for a week or two, like while Jono was in Hawaii, I was messaging him like every day. I was like, dude, this game's so good. I'm loving this bit, and look, this is beautiful, and this part's great, and I've had a week off, and now I'm just like, he's gonna be so disappointed.
You have to look that man in the face at PAX, though.
I'll look him in the face. I'll look him in the face and I'll tell him exactly how I feel about the game, and I think it's a great game.
You underestimate
finishing
because he's such an innocent boy, and then he's got the Lord and Savior behind him as well. See, not only are you looking at an innocent man, you're looking at the Lord and Savior in your eyes. And I don't believe in God. And yet I look at Jono and I don't want to swear, or I don't want to do bad stuff.
He does have something about him where, and it's a great quality. Like, you feel like you should be bringing your A game.
Yeah.
You know.
But you know what's a good balancing act? If you've got Jono around, you feel like you can't like say anything bad or be any kind of provocative. If Jack is there, then he balances out. You can say whatever you want.
Cruzy's definitely the devil on your shoulder.
Yeah, that's it. Jono's on one side, Jack's on the other. Yeah.
So we've got some news to stumble through. Should we do the news?
Yeah.
This week's news headlines.
Okay, so Diablo 3, hot off the presses, this one. Diablo 3 is confirmed to be coming to the Nintendo Switch this year in 2018 with bit of exclusive content. Who wants to have a stab at what the exclusive content might be? What game it might involve?
I already know.
Yeah, we've all read it, haven't we?
I haven't read this. I've just seen it somewhere else.
All right, then there you go with it.
You
Ganondorf!
You don't know? Yeah. So yeah.
Ali, were you hoping I just didn't know and I was fucking bluffing?
A
little. You literally shared it in the Discord.
But no one reacted to it.
That.
Oh, actually, one person reacted to it. So
The
fucking ghost town in there.
In the Discord. Yeah, it's because I'm not around. Diablo 3, yeah, it's coming. So I actually don't know how many people still play Diablo 3. It's not that I wouldn't recommend buying this game on the Switch either.
Why?
What?
Well, why? If you weren't gonna buy it on PC or PS4 or Xbox, why would you buy it on? Why would you buy it on the Switch?
I'm not buying it now. Thanks for that.
Yeah, you're welcome. But PSA.
But why? Like, there's a lot of people that don't play Fortnite, but they play Fortnite on the Switch.
Yeah, but it's about access. It's about access, and it's also about Fortnite. I feel like is its own monster. Fortnite is this global phenomenon. Diablo 3 is a 6-year-old game at least.
I'm back out again. Ali,
5 or 6 years.
Counterpoint. Get me back in.
I don't care if you're in or not. I'm buying it. I already own it on PC and Xbox. I'm going to buy it on Switch. I fucking love it.
It's a good game, but I don't think it's worth looking into now of all time when there's a new WoW expansion out. There's all sorts of crazy things happening in Destiny 2 that you can grind away to. Why play Diablo 3? And also, how long will it retain the players that decide to pick it up on its launch? Not long, I wager. Not long.
Diablo fans are hardcore as fuck, though.
Yeah, but if you were one of those people, you would already have it.
Yeah, that's true.
And I'm buying it on Switch. How many times do I repeat myself?
Okay.
Ali, this isn't about you, all right? It's not always about you, okay? It's about the people.
This is kind of about. Can I just say? So Ganondorf's coming in at least 2 flavors. He's coming as a paladin class, and he's coming as a barbarian class as well. So I'm not like entirely across the particulars of it, but effectively you have like a Ganondorf skin. That seems weird to me. Why would you use the same character for 2 different classes? Why wouldn't you try and do someone else?
But I don't know.
Yeah.
Chicken pet.
And it's a weird... Sorry, man.
Because it's not a warrior, really. It's a barbarian. But still, like, you would have, like, put a Link, maybe?
Yeah, he wouldn't fit as a barbarian. But you would, yeah, you would do something else. Like, you're not just limited to Breath of the Wild characters. You've got all of Nintendo's IP to choose from.
I want the Witch's sisters from N64 as my Witch Doctor skin. That's what I want. I want 64-bit graphics for my Witch Doctor class running around.
You know what would be cool? I don't know how you'd quite make it work, but Bayonetta would suit that game really well tonally.
Yeah, you could actually throw her in there quite easily.
Yeah, she kind of fits, doesn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anyway. Style aesthetic.
So you're getting it, are you, Ali?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes I am.
Okay, so...
And I will enjoy it.
Don't. No. Oh. All right. So this next one is not necessarily one that I'm across, but that's never stopped me in the past. The Dishonored series is apparently taking a bit of a breather. So this one was reported by GameSpot. Arcane Studios recently, in an interview, their lead designer, Ricardo Bear or Barre? Guys, quickly. Bear or Barre?
I'd read that as bear.
Ricardo Bear.
I'm going to say Barre.
Ricardo Bear kind of sounds made up.
Mm.
My name is Ricardo Bear. Prepare to fight.
Prepare to die.
Prepare to die.
You killed my father.
Ricardo Bear. Alright. Ricardo Bear.
Can I just say shame to any listener that didn't get those quotes? You're no longer my friend.
Yeah, he didn't get the references.
Unfollow me from Twitter. I don't want you following.
Nato, really, on this episode where we're drawing attention to, your flaws, is this really what you want to do? You want to add more? I wish I don't know NATO's.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. So back to the story. Ricardo Barre, or Bear, said that the Dishonored series will be taking a break for the moment. The quote is, "I can't say definitive." I'll say it like I am Diego Montoya.
Nope.
"I can't say definitively what might happen down the road. Anything could happen, but it is resting for now." Is that how Diego? First of all, is that how Diego Montoya sounds? Because in my head, it's always, "My name is Diego Montoya, and you killed my father. Prepare to die."
I think it's fair. You probably went into it a bit deeper, but yeah, it's
too
pretty
deep.
reasonable.
Got a pretty deep voice.
I meant the accent.
Delicious, some may say.
Oh, right. Okay. As in, like, a bit too heavy on the accent.
I say deep voice as well.
Okay. Well, you know what? Everyone's a critic, aren't they? Yeah. All good. So, anyway, Dishonored's taking a bit of a break. Did either of you play Dishonored 2?
No.
Okay, Brendan did. Did either of you play Death in the Family?
No.
Was it Death in the Family? No, Death of the Outsider, I think.
I was going to say, what sounds like a
is
comic.
the expansion.
Is the
Which,
expansion, yeah.
for my mates that are super fans of that series, they froth over that expansion. So it is good. But that is the key and point, why this series needs to do something different, because it still only caters for the the people that loved Dishonored 1. I played Dishonored 2 at I can't remember where it was, and I was like, oh yeah, it's really cool, but it's like it's good when something's super similar to the prequel, like the number 1 or number 2 or something like that, but you still need that flair to get in people that were like, on the first one, or even people that didn't try the first one.
I'm gonna take
unless you got a massive audience.
I'm gonna take a contrary stance here and say that the second one did have a lot of different stuff in it. You had a second character with different powers. Yeah, and she could there was a stage where you could
of the first one. There wasn't enough. Well, them going on break is.
You said you didn't play it. Who are you? You said you hadn't played it.
I played the demos and that's it, but I was not impressed enough that I wanted to keep playing. I played. So
now you're just lying to me.
Well, I didn't play it. I played demos, so
okay.
It's a completely different
All right,
thing.
this is clearly going nowhere. But
yeah.
The series is taking a rest for now.
Yeah.
What else is Arcane Studios doing? Does anyone know?
Firing people?
Firing people.
Over Twitter disputes? Wasn't that the same studio?
Ooh.
No, I don't think that was them.
No.
No, it wasn't them.
I know it was ArenaNet, or...
Yeah, no, I don't know. I think they might just be sitting down, seeing what they can do with the series. Get those big bucks into the series.
Well, I'm looking at it here, and they had Prey in 2017. They of course did BioShock. Shit, how did we all forget that? BioShock 2. Call of Duty World at War.
So they've done the average ones of series.
Yeah, they've come in at the height of series and just dropped the bar a little.
Yeah, I genuinely do not like BioShock 2.
I expect to be inundated with tweets about how Bioshock 2 is in fact the best Bioshock, and World at War is in fact the best Call of Duty.
Depends on what you like. One or the what was it called? Infinity. Bioshock Infinite.
Bioshock
Yeah.
Infinite, yeah.
Yeah, Bioshock Infinite. The plot of that. Holy fuck! The ending of that melted my mind. Beautiful. And number one is just the pinnacle of like storytelling single player game that like, oh, Bioshock 1's so good. And then 2 is just a horde mode that's really bad. I don't like 2.
Anything else to add, guys? I feel like this is kind of... None of us are really into Dishonored. I have it. I just couldn't finish it. And I remember someone getting up me about it, much the same way people are up me about this whole
People
Last
do
of
love
Us
it.
thing.
Like, it's not a bad game. It's just... It just hasn't got enough of a, like, thing to draw enough people in to play it.
I just want to know why this needed like an announcement of like a studio says they're putting their game to rest for a moment. It will be back, but not sure when, but it's for rest. It's like, well, good. Fucking good for you. Work on something else. I didn't understand like why...
I think because they have that hardcore or like niche audience that keeps pestering them about it. So they needed to put something out about it.
It was just a shut up, leave us alone kind of thing.
Yeah, I think so.
Do you guys want to keep drinking the Haterade a little bit longer? Because I got a good one.
Oh, yeah. Hit us with that haterade.
So following on from our heated debate last week that ended the show about one disgraced IGN
Can we just say
journo.
Person X. I don't want to mention his name anymore. I'm fucking sick of talking about
It's
it.
probably good because I
Muicin.
still don't know how to pronounce his name.
Muicin or Muicin?
It's
who
called
cares?
Mr. X.
Mr. X. Arrested Development. So...
Good boy.
Yeah, Muicin, just kind of following on from the story of last week, which if you didn't listen to episode 115 of THG, that's cool, that's fine. But
It's good.
you just go back and maybe have a listen.
Pause
just
this,
listen
pause
to
this
Nate.
episode right now.
Pause
Go
this
back
episode
and
right
listen
now.
to 115.
Yeah, go
and then come back.
Do that. Go for a run. You could lose a little bit of weight.
I wouldn't even
Go for a run. Trust me.
Jesus.
Trust me. Look, no one's saying it, but everyone's thinking it. Just do it.
Oh,
Now,
God.
whoever you are,
Jesus fucking
look, you know what the
Christ.
beauty of that is that whoever's listening to this, you're either thinking shit, he's right, or I'm fine.
Well, fuck you, Sam.
Those are the only ways. That's the only way it's gonna go. So I've basically done you a favor. Don't hate me. So this guy, look, if you did miss
I
episode
wish I
last
didn't
week,
know Saleem.
if you didn't listen to the episode last week, basically what happened was this guy has been kind of found out for reviewing, completely plagiarizing, a review. And his review was actually on IGN. He's an IGN journo. IGN did the right thing, basically cut him off straight away, apologized to Booms, what's the guy's name?
Boomstick? Is that it?
Boomstick, thank you. I keep getting it muddled with Dr. Boom's Day expansion, the Hearthstone thing recently. They
You
both
get it
happened
mixed
similarly.
up with something with a longer title.
No, it's because it's Boomstick and Boomsday. That's what I keep getting mixed up.
okay.
Sorry, my bad. So Boomstick is this YouTuber who reviewed this game. Muicin, the journo, plagiarized it, found out, internet went crazy. All sorts of internet-style things happen that you can all agree, or you can basically expect. Anyway, this week, IGN basically took down more of his articles. They're basically purging their thing of all Muicin-related content because... there are other instances being uncovered now that this guy's like just plagiarizing, including, but not limited to, plagiarizing other IGN staffers' work, which, how the fuck do you get away with that? Like, it's pretty cool. It's pretty funny. I respect this guy.
No
Covers
way.
his tracks
Seth
well.
Macy, Seth Macy's a great dude. He's really fucking funny. But, like, how do you go onto your own website and then steal someone else's stuff? Like, that has to be the lowest of the low, right? Like, I know the people at IGN was already feeling beaten down by this guy and what his actions did to the brand and what it did to a lot of staffers and stuff like that based on harassment and, like, just taking down the brand, making it look bad. And then he actually went and stole from the staff. Like, he stole, like... what the fuck?
From his friends, and his colleagues.
Like, when we first talked about this story last week, we were kind of like, oh, that's like, he made some bad choices. That's pretty bad. But now it's just like, what the fuck is wrong with him? I've forgotten that guy's name who he kind of called out in his video, his apology video. Who said how he's kind of said, like, I think it was Kotaku. He's told them, all right, find more dirt if you can, like, and they did. In
kind
abundance.
of challenging, kind of challenging them, which is always a class move, and I respect it. I respect it.
Oh, God.
I hate how much you love this motherfucker.
Me?
He doesn't love him.
I don't love him.
He loves the idea.
No, I love the situation. I love the scenario, Nato.
It is so unbelievable because I think this is really the first time it's kind of not only been evident, but just like really unfolded really quickly. Like, it was like the moment like someone lit a fuse and the fuse was just like, it's like sparking and it blew up really quickly.
Yeah.
But apparently he also stole his job description off another website, and then he also...
Wait, what?
Like someone went into like his LinkedIn or something like that, and his previous role, he... like a description about himself, he literally copied and pasted from another website. And there was another thing that he stole from Wikipedia as well. Like, it's like, obviously seek and you will find, but it's just ridiculous. Like, a lot of people are now asking IGN, like, are you going to do this to other writers? Like, are you going to start investigating other writers?
Well, there has to be a level of oversight, right? I mean, that's kind of... It's hard. It's very hard to police. You got to think about how big the internet is. Mm-hmm. And to a certain degree, unless... it goes both ways, I think, though. Like, not it goes both ways. That's not the right way to put it. It's just that you can't expect not to be found out when you're writing for IGN. You just can't. You just can't expect to get away with it because everyone looks at IGN. It's the biggest, it's the biggest side in the industry. So it's just funny. I like that this guy thought he could do it, and I just think that it's funny that he had gotten away with it for a little while. Like, that to me kind of maybe just suggests that IGN may need to screen their writers better. Noted contributor of IGN recently, one Jono Peck. So if you're going to start somewhere, start with him. I know he looks squeaky clean, but looks can be deceiving.
Wow, we went that way with it. I thought you were like, oh, he should have been taken over this person, but no, you were like, no, let's investigate that.
No, investigate.
Jono.
Investigate. It's always the one you least expect. I bet everyone thought, don't swear around Muicin. I bet that's what his colleagues around the office thought. That's how you get away with it. Yeah. I'm just joking, of course. Jono's a stand-up guy. We love you, Jono. So finally this week, this is I don't know how I feel about this one. I'll just preface this by saying that it's another juicy little kind of opinion piece. So this Fortnite dude, Ninja.
Fortnite dude.
Well, like, he's a Twitch streamer named Ninja. He's made famous by playing Fortnite with heaps and heaps of people and celebrities and stuff. He's huge. He's so big.
He's so hot right now.
He's so Twitch famous right now. Mm-hmm. And the guy, his name's Tyler Blevins. I'd call myself a different name too, probably.
It's actually, do you know where the ninja name is derived from?
If it's not a cool story, Nato, this is another dash against your name.
It is a technique used in, I think, Halo 1 or Halo 2, where you like jump over them and then you do spin to them. So they track you going over the top, and then they go to spin, but then you counter that spin by going behind them, and then you kill them that way. It's called the ninja. I think it has a longer name, but it's the ninja. And that's where he got his name from.
3 out of 5. Yeah, okay, I'll take that. So Ninja, recently in an interview, commenting on the sort of Me Too movement a little bit. That's how I kind of read this.
It definitely was not anything to do with that.
I know.
It was a so off-mark comment on Polygon, and they ran with it.
Hold on. Let's let everyone Let's explain it and then let everyone get their bit in.
Well, you're already explaining it wrong, so that's why I'm.
All right,
I'm
okay,
grabbing
that's
it.
fair. That's fair. But so he basically said that he doesn't want to play with female gamers, or he doesn't. It's not that he doesn't want to. It's that he doesn't play with female gamers. The quote is, "I don't play with female gamers. If I have one conversation with one female streamer where we're playing with one another, and even if there's a hint of flirting, this is going to be taken and going to be put on every single video and be clickbait forever." Right. So, you're right. Okay, maybe not the Me Too thing. But he's...
At all. Because that is a fucking...
Maybe I'm
that's
projecting.
That's where people have taken this and been like, oh, he was talking about
But
this and that.
you can see why. Like, it is thematically kind of similar to what a lot of other people have been caught saying recently, chief amongst them Henry Cavill. Said something very similar recently about flirting with people and not wanting to do it anymore, just in case. So, yeah, but...
Totally different.
He clarified it later, the statement
Yeah.
later, which is the second part, and as you do, you clarify it on Twitter to make it official, saying that his decision to keep his channel female gamer free was because he wanted to prevent people from harassing his girlfriend and gossiping about his girlfriend Jess Blevins, Jay Ghosty, his wife. So I just didn't assume that he was married, but he's married. Yeah,
They're not living in sin.
No.
Not anymore. They're not. So yeah, look. What do you? I don't know. What do you guys make of this?
Look, this is so different-sided thing, and it's the worst because it gets discussed on Twitter. So then you only get to talk about the tiny little incy bit of it where it needs nearly an essay to discuss the whole thing about all.
What do you think is like maybe just an extra 5 sentences that should have been added to this explanation to maybe give it the context it needs, Nato?
If the internet wasn't as fucked up as it was.
Well, hold on. All right. So again, tone it down a bit, mate. Tone it down. This is why people look at you and they're like, well, he's on the internet and he's on a podcast.
Yeah.
This is about you now, Nato. You need to defend yourself.
Exactly. You fucking go look at my Twitter. Like, I'm all about hot takes and bullshit and shit like that. So I'm definitely a part of this fucking flame ball of an internet.
Okay, so just all right. Maybe to question this a different way.
Here's a perfect example. Your favorite game of last year. What was your favorite game of last year?
No Man's Sky, obviously.
Exactly. Beautiful No Man's Sky. This is the fucking perfect example of how the internet is a fucked up place and just a terrible, cancerous thing where a man puts a game out and gets death threats and gets doxxed and gets all these kind of things and people just run with shit. And like, all it takes is somebody to be pissed off at you on the internet and take whatever you do on the internet and skew it in a way. And like, there's been a whole bunch of people that have come out after this is said where like, oh yeah, once I got this new girlfriend X person on the internet, people like in my fan base went and like harassed her family, harassed this and stuff like that. It's just, it's a fucked up thing that he's not allowed to play with female gamers now. But like, if I like my ex-girlfriend, super anxiety, hates going on the internet because like, if she has to talk to people, I could imagine if I was a huge streamer, I would be the bad person on the internet and say a line like this just so I could shelter her from the internet and not having to deal with a million people coming at her and going, oh, hey, this person's fucking, he's talking with her, and then just like harassing, because people send to the fucking workplaces, mothers, daughters, friends, and so it's just a fucked up place, the internet. And like, if the internet wasn't as the shitty place it was, I would totally be on the other people's side saying, oh, he should be able to play whoever he was. Yeah, he should be able to. The internet shouldn't harass him and harass his wife and shit like that.
Ali.
It's fucked.
Ali, to maybe put a different spin on this, do you think it's... No, I won't say fair, but do you think that, given that we understand that the internet is this monster that Nato so eloquently described a moment ago, like what you're getting into as a Twitch streamer, I think. Do you think that it is particularly fair for him knowing the beast he's dealing with, being a Twitch streamer, knowing that it involves so much of putting yourself out there and making yourself available to people, like that's kind of what you do as a Twitch streamer. I think you're the product. Like Ali, we've heard you, bro. Sorry.
Well, no, like, that's what I'm playing off your thing. Like, he's probably got involved because he doesn't care, but he's obviously trying to shelter his wife away from the fucking horrors of the internet.
She's a streamer too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, Sam?
Yeah, Ali, do you think this is fair? Like, do you think this is a fair thing to do? Do you think this is like a positive message? Or do you think you just do it and it's part and parcel of your profession? Just roll with it.
I'm under two thought processes in the sense that he is allowed to do whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah.
It is his channel, his home, his base, his product. He can do whatever the hell he wants. Whatever message comes from it obviously comes from it. But that's, you know... I think I can see where he's coming from in the basis of the internet likes to take things out of context and then blow it up and, you know, that's the internet. But he says that he wants to prevent like gossip and like harassment. He wants to prevent clickbait videos and stuff like that. But he has other things that happen that kind of gets, you know, sparked out of control and gets whined out and involves his wife, like the whole ligma, and that's all I'm going to say. Like that involved his wife, like that, and like, so it's like you're allowed to do whatever you want, but just don't say I'm doing it for this specific reason when it kind of has linked up already. Like you've already had those issues before and it doesn't match. So just say I don't know. I just feel like he could have just said like I play with who I want to play with. You know,
but like, yeah, so maybe, and again, just to add to that, you're imagine you're a girl and you like playing video games.
Okay, I'm going to imagine I'm a girl. Yep.
Please, Ali, I know it's
very hard.
Certainly hard for us to imagine some days.
It's the beard, right?
So, no, but I'm just saying, like, imagine being a girl who's a gamer as well, maybe younger girl, like someone who probably isn't as hardened to the scathe that the internet has, and you see someone you idolize. This guy's huge, and this guy is basically saying, I refuse to play with girls because, and like, frankly, it's a pretty selfish reason. I don't want my shit to get fucked up because I'm playing with girls and people harass my wife. Like, yeah, fair, but again, I think this is kind of what you do. Like, this is what you sign up for when you get on the internet. In such a big way, like you don't get to
fucked up.
It's not. Like you don't. No, dude, it's not because you don't
you
get to
deal with shit.
No, yeah, you do. Absolutely, you should. No, don't. Because like hold on, he's fine. He's fine to like. He's fine to take everyone's money. Like crazy people aren't new. Crazy people have been around forever. Crazy people shot John Lennon. You know what I mean? Like these people have always been there. It's true. Yeah. Like, it's true.
Yeah.
Celebrities have always had to deal with this thing. And if you want to be a celebrity, like, it's so naive to kind of expect to go in there. And I think it's really kind of damaging to, like, I guess the idea of what a female gamer looks like when you've got someone so visible in the community, so big at the time, like at a time where no game has been bigger, the dude at the top of that game is saying no girls. Like, that's probably fucked up. Like that would make me, if he said no Sams, no dudes for this reason, that would make me feel like I'm not included in this community. And it kind of goes against what I think a lot of people feel about gaming, which is it is meant to be inclusive. And it echoes Gamergate. Like it echoes all the bullshit, like macho bravado crap that, you know, the industry had to sort of deal with and women in the industry had to deal with like 2 years ago. It just continues that sentiment that there's something different about girls and therefore they don't deserve to be here. I think it's selfish.
Okay, so I just like I'm not condoning anything. I'm just putting a shoe on the other foot where I have a kind of a thing that I do where I won't play with a random guy. Like if I haven't interacted or anything like that, I don't want to play with a random guy because I don't want to deal with any kind of awkwardness.
Yeah, well, but for what reason? Like because you think they're gonna like crack onto you or something, or?
Yeah, there's a possibility of that, and I don't want to deal with it.
That's a problem. Like that's a problem. Like that's straight up a problem.
Yeah, it is a problem. And so
Yeah, but
it's
that-
like, so's like,
But that's
Like-
that's also an everyday problem. I feel like that's what happens to a lot of women every day when they engage in conversations with men. I think men, probably think I might be on here. Is that not the case?
but don't guys have to worry about girls cracking onto them?
I think it's a little bit different. I don't
want to say that this is the reason. I'm curious if the reason why he can't play with girls is because of his wife. Like, if his wife doesn't want it to happen. I'm curious about that.
I don't know.
Anyone else thinking that? No?
Yeah, I do too. It's their relationship. They can do whatever the fuck they want. Exactly.
Well, yeah, exactly. But then it's
Yeah.
kind of ironic that, like a female may have instigated something that pissed off females. Like,
No, it's not that. It's just like he's sort of scapegoating all women in a way. Like, and he's just doing it to sort of save himself from clickbait. Like, the guy spends his life in front of a camera. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but why would you add to, like, that's the thing. He already suffers all these
'Cause
fucking
it's-
shit that he's got to deal to.
it's-
Why if you see a way to stop an extra load of shit coming your way?
Yeah,
then
but
fucking-
you do that at the expense of alienating women. You know what I mean?
I get it. Like,
Sometimes
women,
you got to be selfish. Like,
Yeah.
I get it. Like, women in the gaming community and the streaming community are already feeling like the struggle, the difficulty of trying to break through, and then having the leading streamer like on Twitch. I don't know if he's the biggest, but he's definitely
I don't
like
think
up
he's the
there.
biggest, but you're right. He's
He's
huge.
definitely up there, and he definitely is in the vision of young males. So obviously, him saying something negative,
damaging.
damaging. Yeah, I guess that's the
Yeah.
best way. Yeah, I guess regardless,
Yeah.
it's bad, and it's bad because that's what the younger generation are going to see. Go.
No, sorry. I cut you off. You go.
Oh, I was pretty much just saying, like, I get why it's bad. It's bad for females, and it doesn't help the situation, I guess, is the best way of saying it. But I'm also a believer that everyone has the right to, do what they want and
especially
say
for
what
their
they
own
want.
relationship.
Yeah, but he's not doing that. Is like what he's saying is, I want to, but I won't because of you, and he's pointing the finger at everyone. And he's excluding specifically women, and I feel like he's just kind of scapegoating to save himself from like some kind of heartache down the line. I just want to finish a point earlier where I said it's different for like women cracking onto guys in public. Just to expand on it, just because I think there's a different power dynamic there. Like women and men, there's like a really different power dynamic in society between men and women, and that's kind of where I was going with that. Yeah,
I get that. I totally get that as well, and I understand that that's the kind of, like, I guess, simple differences.
Yeah.
But it's a crazy world out there, guys.
It is. Yeah, it's
a
fucked up.
crazy world.
It's fucked up. But Tyler Blevins, mate, you do what you want, buddy. You keep going. Change your last name.
Unless you get fucking Sam's opinion, you can't do what you want.
Oh,
And so you can play with who you want.
Yeah.
No, just do it. I'm all for him talking to girl gamers. I think we all agree he should just do it, right? Like that's where we're
Like,
all
he
landed.
obviously plays with his wife. Like, it's not that he doesn't play. It's just
No,
on
I
stream
know,
he doesn't
but-
want to play with them.
Boys, yeah, but he's not doing it with anyone, is he?
He hardly plays yet with anybody.
Yeah,
so.
but I'm just like, I think we all agree that he should be able to, yeah?
Oh, yeah, if the internet was a different place, yeah, fuck yeah.
The internet's not a different place. That's the point. All right. Anyway, Nato, it's about time we get to your, like, we've all been waiting for weeks. Brendan is gutted that he's not here to do this. This is, of course, that's usually where it will say iTunes Review of the Week. Yeah.
It probably did.
So this week, not this week, but this week we will be reading out a review from one. I wish I didn't know Nato. Now, before I read this review, 3 things. 1, that's their iTunes account name. Right? So they really don't like you, dude. If they're going to, like,
No.
anything else they review will also say, I wish I didn't know Nato.
Yep.
The second thing is that when they reviewed, that it's a 1-star review, by the way. This is maybe the first 1-star review comment we've ever gotten. And the third thing is they reviewed us. They heard us mention that their review, like, we saw it, and they edited their review, and I'll read the edit as a part 2.
All right.
So the first one, kind of short and sweet, reads, "Love the podcast most of the time. 1 star because of Nato." Right. Sorry. It still makes me laugh because it starts off so positive, and it's such a sharp turn to be like,
All right, look,
1 star because of Nato.
I'm already addressing it already. It should be a 3.5 review because you're giving it a high award, but then you're bagging it down for me. So they kind of meld with each other, and you get a half mark.
Yeah.
This guy's an idiot already. I'm calling him out. You're an idiot already. You didn't do mathematics.
Could be a her. You never know.
Way to
a woman
go. Where's that equality?
I was about to say women wouldn't be that dumb. They would have known proper mathematics, but you know.
Well, okay.
Horrible joke that I'm not going to go with.
So anyway, I think we were talking about this, and noticed afterwards when we went back to look at it another time that they'd edited it, and the edit says asterisk edit, Brendavi and the Dream are legit, which just quietly, thank you very much. Brendavi, of course, a reference to the other ep. 5-star podcast, 1 star Nato. Although I agree, if I have to hear everything is better multiplayer / playing with friends, I will drive into the next tree I see.
Well, he didn't even get to this part of the podcast because I said it at the start of the podcast. So
yeah, that's true. They might have.
So
they might not be with us anymore.
So if you're still with us, you're a coward, is what I'm saying.
Oh, oh my god!
Wow.
Oh my god! I just like how much they must hate you, dude. Like everything about this review is tailored to just express that they love our podcast and hate you.
Well, look, you just, as I said, idiot already. You already said 5 star for the podcast, 1 star for me. So that's a 2.5 should be rating.
Well,
that's what I'm just saying. So he's already an idiot. Doesn't understand fractions.
I'm just gonna say this. Look, I love this review, and frankly, we need more reviews like this because this is
We don't.
what I would beg. I wish I didn't know Nato to do. What I would beg you to do is, you said it's a 5-star podcast, but a 1-star Nato. Maybe edit that review one more time to 5 stars. Shh, don't worry, I won't tell anyone. But if you could do that, I would love you forever. And you can
2.5.
And I actually, if you tweet me, if you let me know who you are, I swear I'll send you something. I don't care. Not good for business. Now we're going to get a whole barrage of these I Hate Nato reviews.
Yeah.
You saps won't get anything, but this guy gets something for sure. This person gets something for sure. So tweet me at We Are 8-Bit, which is for, of course, 8-Bit and the Hungry Gamers and all of our lovely family here. And if you want to see more podcasts, if maybe you want to hear what Nato's like in his own element, or you want to check out any of the other range of podcasts on the network, like it is what it is with our friend Jack Cruz or the Forever Movie Boys, you can search hashtag 8-Bit Collective on Twitter, and you'll basically find every single one of them sons of guns. You can, of course,
I forget to put it on every single tweet.
What was that? And don't forget to get the alarm bell thing next to follow on Twitter. And I think that's how it works. I'm really bad with technology. I just follow it. Get the notifications. Be that guy.
Are you studying again?
IT.
Nothing.
So, shh. All right, guys. Shush. We're almost done. Now, if you love listening to us, but you just think that the things that you're listening to, the cans that you're listening through suck, the string snapped, they're shitty, I don't know, Sony Ericsson headphones or something, well, goddamn, it's time for an upgrade. To do it, you need to go to Audio Technica. Head on over to Audio Technica. They've got the finest headphones in all the lands. They've got microphones, headphones, and microphones. And they've even got some cool DJ shit if you're inclined to like make music. Head on over to Audio Technica. They've got like record players. Did you know that?
Yeah, I did.
They got record players, man.
They released a custom design one that looked really cool.
I was actually going to divulge a bit of a secret thing, but I can't do that just yet. But it does involve Audio Technica, and it also involves your crew here. So stay tuned. That's coming up very soon. But head on over to Audio Technica. I love them sons of guns. Nato, do you love Audio Technica?
Yeah, no, definitely I do.
Thank you very much for being a company man and towing the company line. Okay, and
I was going to do a bit, but...
You're going to do... I think my bit's gone on for way too long.
That's exactly why I didn't do my bit, because you fucking milked it too
I'm
much.
sorry, man. I'm sorry. Nato, where can we find you?
You can always find me at I Know Nato, the correct Twitter and iTunes handle, so go check that out. You can always catch me on the OK Beast Network. I do an anime podcast over there. We talk about anime, getting new people into anime, getting old people to try other animes. So if you're like, oh shit, I don't listen to anime, why would I listen to perfect audience, go check it out. We want you. We want you, the people that don't listen to anime.
A+ anime, yeah, you got to say the name.
I hadn't said it yet. Jesus.
Yeah, no, you hadn't. All right, sorry.
I was building to it. It's called showmanship, Sam. I know you wouldn't know that much about it.
I've never heard of that.
But yeah, you can go check it out. It's A+ Anime. It's on the OK Beast Network. You can search it on the OK Beast Twitter, OK Beast Now on Twitter, and just A+ Anime onto your podcast apps. Or on Twitch, go check me out. It is the YouGameBro podcast, twitch.tv/YouGameBro. God, I love her. It's the one moment where Ali is actually feminine with her sneezes. It's amazing. I love it. Yeah, the YouGameBro podcast. We like to bring in the hottest and beautiful people of the Australian gaming networks and come and have them and have a old chin wag with them on Wednesday nights at 8:30 on the Eastern Coast or 6:30 on the... no, wait. Yeah, I did say that right. West Coast. Or you can check that all out on the podcast apps as well. The audio version of that usually goes up the Friday for that. So go check that out.
Cool. Miss Ali Hart?
You can find me at Miss Ali Hart on all the socials, both Twitter and Instagram.
Cool. And you can find me at Saleem TD, also on all the socials, on the Twitters and the Instagrams. And yeah, do check us out. We're coming back next week for episode 117. Probably going to be a bit of the same. You know what I mean? So if you kind of like this episode, much of the much, come back next week. If you didn't listen to last week's episode again, have a bit of a listen to it. It's a bit of a belter. If you liked our hot takes this week, there's definitely more of that last week. But I think that's really it for this week. So until next time, boys and girls, much love.
And stay hungry.
You've been listening to The Hungry Gamers, one of many gaming and geek culture related podcasts from the 8-Bit Collective over on 8bit.net. Check out more episodes on your podcast service of choice. And while you're there, please be sure to rate and subscribe. Until next time, boys and girls, stay hungry.